this is part 2 on why I had to get my BBL surgically removed. So in part 1, I was telling y'all how my sit-down ear was stinking, and it got to the point to where I had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume.
Welcome to the Renewal. Please be sure to like the video, share, and subscribe. Today we'll hear some TikTok POVs on BBLs and why some now regret the BBL and having it removed. To anyone thinking about getting a BBL or cosmetic surgery, just please always be sure to do extensive research on the particular surgery you'll be getting and the doctor who will be doing it. Always make sure those credentials are there. Let's keep in mind that we are perfect how we are. I believe our insecurities, some of them, is what makes us unique and set us apart. These ladies have some great insight on this subject, so let's hear what they have to say.
So this is part 2 on why I had to get my BBL surgically removed. So in part 1, I was telling y'all how my sit-down ear was stinking real bad, and it got to the point to where I had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume, because when I would use public restrooms, it would stink so bad and the smell would linger. It was like an embarrassment. I didn't want to come out the bathroom with it smelling like that and someone else was waiting at the door. When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was telling me the whole time, like, you're stinking real bad down there and I can't stomach it. First I'm in denial, like, no, you're hating, you're mad, I got a BBL. It was the truth. It got to the point to where I would be washing my laundry, weekly, like I've been doing before I got the BBL. When I would get my laundry out of the dryer, it would still smell like that raw eating flesh. I really was like,
I went to most unsafe, one of the most unsafe places to get this surgery done, and I went by myself. Like, I really could have, something bad could have happened to me, bro, and I was alone. But I was young and I'm still young and I'm still turned, but I was really young and turned, and I really didn't care. No fucks was given. And I regret it because a lot of people who wasn't looking my way before started to look my way now. And then unfortunately, when you realize that these same people that wasn't even checking you out before is actually lames in real life, and the people who actually checked for you before the BBL was actually one of the realest people. Yeah.
Get unready with me while I talk about how being gifted a BBL for my 16th birthday ruined my life. Okay, so yes, it was a gift, but no, it was not pushed on me in any way. It was actually something I begged for, but I was 16. So I would say this ruined my life. Just having started my plastic surgery journey at such a young age, I would say I quite literally became addicted. I had 8 procedures by the time I was 21. Many of which I regret. I'm talking about it now because I finally have started the journey of reversing my plastic surgery. I'm 22 now, so I did get my BBL years ago. So I would say it was before the whole BBL wave really took full effect. But again, for me, it was the age that I got my BBL. I don't have anything against BBLs. So I ended up just getting a lot of honestly unnecessary surgeries, and I would say in the end I ended up being more insecure than I was to begin with. So with my most recent body enhancement surgery that I had in 2022, I had major complications. I would go as far as to say I'm borderline disabled. I can't do any of the things I used to be able to do and I enjoy doing. I can't do yoga, I can't do, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things I can't do. Every decision that I make has to have an extra 2 seconds added on to be calculated, and you know what I mean? I have to actually calculate my movements to avoid causing further damage and pain. So starting at such a young age with the plastic surgery and seeing how easy it was to just go make all these alterations to your body, I started to see more and more flaws in myself. And I started to want to correct these flaws. but like at what cost? You know what I mean? I'm physically, mentally worse off than I was prior to these surgeries. At 16, my body was still developing, you know what I mean? Like, it was nowhere near its full, you know, I was still developing. I'm 16 years old. I feel like that clinic in Miami should have never, ever, ever allowed that to be a thing, as well as many other people. I highly, highly regret it. I don't recommend plastic surgery to anyone. I plan on speaking out more about it, but for tonight, I am going to go get in bed and bed rot.
Some girls, their BBLs reject, okay? And so those incision holes that are around the BBL, right? It's like the stench can come from those. Even when they're shut, you know, as it's rejecting it, it's like it's still oozing out a smell. Holes closed and everything, healed up. It was still like ooze out like a smell, which I ended up looking this up because when this girl gave the story on how she got her BBL removed, I was like, oh, maybe I can speak on it or whatever, because I remember being around somebody like this. But yeah, when y'all be wanting to do these surgeries and stuff, y'all need to do all y'all's research, okay? Because if your skin declines to anything, you don't know what could happen after that. But I will tell you, you know, there are some girls, I'm not saying no names, who got a little BBL smell. Okay, and I think that I don't know how you would recover that, because all the perfume, all the Febreze, all the motherfucking body oils in the world do not cover it up. And I could tell you, like with this girl, when we was out in public, like the more I was around her, it was a scent. It was like a part of her body odor. You know how we all have like our individual like scents and stuff. Like it was a part of her body odor, and she would wear perfume and everything, and I could still like smell it. To the point where I'm not gonna hold you, I stopped being cool with the girl, because in the dancer world, you are who you hang out with. And if I'm cool with her and she want to dance with me, we in a bag. Now the niggas looking around like, which one of you? It was never me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to be around that. So I like made it to where like I didn't want to dance next to her. She was such a cool ass bitch. She really was. And like, granted, like when I cut her off, she never knows why I cut her off, but when I cut her off, she started talking shit about me anyways after the fact. But that was the reason I cut her off, because it really was a cold turkey situation, just because like I couldn't be surrounded. And then bitches ain't gonna tell you, they ain't gonna let you tell them that they stink on some friend shit. Like, hey boo, I don't know what it is, but you know, like dancers, they're not gonna take it the way you think. So I didn't ever say anything. I just stopped being cool with the girl, and it would come to a point where we would be at work together, and she'd walk up like, hey G, da da, and I would be like, hey, what's up? And I'd be like, oh, hold on 1 second. Like I would find any way to get from around her, because I didn't want her to think that she could stand around me and we worked together. You know?
Things I wish a BBL girl would have told me before I got my body done.
One would be that when you gain weight, you gain weight drastically where they put fat to. 2 would be, if you don't take care of yourself and you don't work out, your butt will get so big to where it kind of like goes over your thigh, so it makes you look like a little wisdom tooth, like more hip and then your legs. 3 would be that when you get cellulite, it's going to be so hard to lose it. 4 would be that if you don't maintain your butt, it will start to sag. Next would be that you have to really stay on top of your faja, because if you don't, everywhere that they've got fat from will start looking kind of warped. I don't know if you guys have seen it, where when girls gain weight, their stomach starts to poke out, but they have like the ab sketching and it still like looks weird. That will happen, you know, where your belly is getting big, but you have like abdomen, like abs on the front, if they do that to you. Also, I wish when I got my breast done, they would have told me the importance of under the muscle and over the muscle, because since I was much younger and I haven't had kids, I would have preferred to do it under the muscle compared to where I'm at now. I highly advise anybody that wants to get their body done, especially the young girls, to wait until your woman body comes in. Your woman body doesn't come in until like 26, 27. When you're 21, 22, 23, you're still like at your prime. Enjoy your small breast, enjoy a more petite body, because once you get it done, it is so hard to undo everything. And also, I would say that society's beauty standards always change, and I had my own reasons as to why I did what I did, and I look back now and understand the insignificant reasons as to why I did it. And I wish someone would have told me just wait. So I'm giving y'all like all the the pros and cons. The only pros I would say, it's aesthetically pleasing, right? If you're really insecure about something, I would say yes, fix it. But I wouldn't advise to do it if it's just petite and small. Don't do it. I would say do it if, let's say, you lost a lot of weight and you have a lot of excess skin and you really want to perk it up. Do it, because I understand like some people suffer from like childhood obesity or things like that, but I highly suggest all the girlies to stay away from getting your body, because now I find myself having to undo everything that I once got when I was 23, about to be 24. I am now 28, and I see myself and I'm thinking like, I really didn't have to touch my body. Had I just waited and worked out, I would have never touched my body. I would have enjoyed my small breast. I would have tried to build up my bum a bit more, because I wasn't lacking. I just wanted my hip dips filled. But thing is, once they start putting fat into it that belongs somewhere else, those fat cells live, and when you gain weight, everything gains weight. And me, I had messed up because I had gotten it during COVID time. So what happened? We stayed in, we were eating, drinking. I gained weight drastically. And I was also in a relationship where we were eating all the time. So know that, guys, okay? I'm being as transparent as I possibly can.
Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Yeah. Are you gonna be in love with me? I want you and need you to be. Yeah. Are you gonna be? 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 Well. Still in love, so in love, still in love. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Still in love, so in love, still in love. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Yeah. Are you gonna be in love with me? I want you and need you to be. Yeah. Are you gonna be? 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 Well. Still in love, so in love, still in love. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Still in love, so in love, still in love. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Still in love, so in love, still in love.
Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Still in love, so in love, still in love. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be.